Sure, you can always shop around for flooring, but in the end, it all leads back to the one place you probably should have started, the experts at Carpet One. Save yourself the time and the hassle and let Carpet One help you find the right product at the right price. Beautifully installed, guaranteed. Come see the One, Carpet One, on the Business Loop in Columbia.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, October the 7th. We've got one guest today, and she's got an important topic to talk about. Nanette Ward, good to have you here,
Thank
Nanette.
You, Paul.
Central Missouri Stop Human Trafficking Coalition. And whenever you come out here, you have so much information. We just about run out of time, so I want to get started right away. You have several important things you want to mention.
So let me just say at the top, I want to appeal to people listening to this segment to be an everyday hero in terms of addressing human trafficking. So I want them to know that every first Thursday of the month they can come engage and meet with other people fighting this issue of people who are today being sold into forced labor or sexual servitude. That's what human trafficking is, being sold as commodities for the benefit of someone else. First Thursday of every month at our Columbia Public Library at 6 o'clock, they can come and engage. To please like us on Facebook. There's all kinds of information. The breadth of this issue is so wide. To give you just to touch on a little bit in our Facebook, there's a Springfield, Missouri girl, 16 years old, that's been missing since August, and she engaged with someone on social media. They think she's probably in Georgia somewhere. They're still trying to find her, but she is most likely being sold into the sex trade, 16 years old. There are some adult men with disabilities who were trafficked on marijuana farms in California and beaten severely and managed to escape when they heard threats of being killed off. There are Latino women from overseas who are being brought into the U.S. and in cantinas and bars in the U.S. and being victimized. And, you know, we have people who are customers and maybe unaware that they're actually victims.
And the thing that you need to keep in mind, you think that we are immune from that in Central Missouri. We are not immune from it. And what you taught me over the years is the fact that Columbia, Missouri is right on the interstate, which is a major thoroughfare.
And so many of our surrounding counties. I was just in Sedalia the other day, and they were aware of the truck stops and the highways, and we are the same thing. And anywhere you have hotels and motels, anywhere where you have young people, anywhere where you have prostitution going on, you have victims. You have restaurants with foreign laborers. You could have labor traffic victims who are washing the dishes, and we wouldn't know just by the fact that we're eating in the restaurant. They're right under our noses. So that's why I'm giving this example of the breadth of this.
What are the red flags that could be sticking out that we may not necessarily pay attention to, but if you let us know?
Yeah, so this is exactly why I want people to be an everyday hero and ask for an educational program. That's my plea, because that's what we can tell them. We can tell them what human trafficking is and some of the indicators. So, for example, and it varies. We talked to a group of folks in Sedalia. They're all from different agencies, and they're a coalition dealing with homelessness. So they're working with people who are homeless and in domestic violence and all of the other vulnerabilities for people who don't have shelter. So those are folks who may be under the control of someone else, who may talk about being with another man or boyfriend, but really don't seem happy in that relationship and seem like their demeanor is very oppressed, and maybe they don't have their own ID or paperwork, and maybe their boyfriend is there every meeting they go to.
So what do you do if you suspect something like this?
Right.
How can you handle it?
And so, again, different scenarios. It might be a teacher in a school with a student or someone in a mental health profession talking to a patient, but you find a way to have a private conversation. Well, first of all, the everyday hero should not be interfering. If they see something that looks suspicious, someone might be in danger. You don't want to put a victim in more danger. But if you're in that, have an opportunity, you want to engage them, if possible, in a safe setting and at least inquire, are you okay? Is anybody making you do anything you don't want to do? Are you feeling trapped? Are you able to leave when you want? Are you able to move about freely? Those are some of the questions you can ask.
And what if they say no?
then you say,
where do
then
you go
could,
then?
you offer, well, there is help if you're concerned, and they may not want help right away. They're so afraid for their life. There was so much violence, force, and threats to these victims in both labor trafficking and sex trafficking. They may not want to say anything. And so to be someone who's really engaged in this issue, you have to realize it may be several times before you meet that person or have an opportunity to interact with that person to gain that trust, to say, I'm still here. There's still an opportunity if you want more information. Sometimes I say, just talk about, there is this issue and crime of sex trafficking and labor trafficking, and this is what it means. I don't know if this is your situation, but if it is, it is against the law in case this happens to you, in case you want to be aware of it. So sometimes it's just telling people that there is a crime of sex trafficking and labor trafficking.
You or your organization, someone for your organization, will go and talk to groups.
Yes, I've been to Mexico, Missouri this week, went to talk at their Walk Back in Time festival. I was in Sedalia talking to a group, a coalition of service providers.
So
went
somebody
to university
listening
campus.
to us right now,
Please call.
If they want you or someone from the organization to come and talk to their group, what do they do?
They call 866-590-5959.
Okay, wait, give it to me again.
866-590.
5959. 5959. And are you going to get a recording, or is somebody going to answer the phone?
There's a recording that tells you it's the coalition, but also they might have someone answer the phone, which would be me.
Okay.
And then I find out, Girl Scouts group is having me come and talk to them. Been to a university class, a high school class, mental health professionals, law enforcement.
So if you would like to have Nanette or someone from the Central Missouri Stop Human Trafficking Coalition come and talk to your group or organization, call 866-590-5959, and you'll be more than happy to do that.
And you can also find us on Facebook, just Central Missouri Stop Human Trafficking Coalition, which is really long, but if you start putting in Central Missouri and you put human trafficking, it should come up, and you can send a message, a Facebook message, to check into that. There's lots of examples of what trafficking is, different cases, notifying people of presentations and educational opportunities. There's a new feature documentary on Netflix, which many people, I'm sure of your viewers and listeners, have Netflix. It's a documentary called Audrey and Daisy, and folks might remember the case of Daisy Coleman, who was in Maryville, Missouri, who was raped, and then through social media there was abuse and threats, and the family had to move far away, and there was another victim as well, and it documents their stories and shows how social media played a role, and today social media is playing a significant role in recruiting and in advertising and finding and luring victims of both labor trafficking and sex trafficking.
We're out of time for today, Nanette, but you are really a fountain of information. If you would like Nanette to come and speak to your group or organization about human trafficking, and it is happening here in Central Missouri,
yes.
Right? 866-590-5959, okay? Monday, we've got the League of Women Voters and the Pet Mobility Project. In fact, they've changed their names. We'll tell you about that on Monday. Have yourself a good weekend. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.